Kentuckiana's breaking news, weather, and traffic station. This is News Radio 840 WHAS, an iHeart radio station.
News Radio 840 WHAS. Tony Vanetti, Dwight Whitten. We are brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, which kind of ties in to this new conversation, Dwight.
Drive sober or get pulled over.
What do we got here? We got animals.
Yeah, we have Bridget. Did I say it right?
And Molly.
And Molly.
Hang on, let me get everybody's mic on.
Second Chances Wildlife. Okay, so Second Chances Wildlife is, you might be able to see them on National Geographic. It's a show that my wife and my dog Lemmy, we all three watch religiously. Here's how I met her, okay?
All right.
I was on Facebook, and someone had posted, hey, this raccoon is hurt. What can I do? And so I said, Second Chances Wildlife. Actually, I said Second Chance because I'm an idiot. But then someone from Second Chances started responding to the thread, and then we got to know each other, and then she put me in touch with Bridget, and now we're here, and you have brought in Arnie the armadillo.
Correct.
Look
Look at him.
He's a
so
baby.
cute. He's a baby.
He is still just a baby.
And he's kind of crazy.
He is. He's pretty wound up. But once he gets settled, he will take the longest nap on me.
Okay, two things come to mind here. You're talking about anywhere or on the road here? Because I'm hearing that side of the road injuries or anything like that, right?
We don't go around collecting animals on the side of the road.
Okay, all right. That's how Dwight sold it to me. I was like, they do what?
No, I said injured animals.
Oh, okay,
they
all right.
take on injured animals, rehab them, and then release them back
Okay,
into
that's
the
much
wild.
different. All right.
And about 95% of the time, I'm able to educate the caller into boxing the animal up and bringing them to us.
Okay.
Because we would be driving all day instead of taking care of the animals that we have if we went after every single animal.
And on the show Bandit Patrol, it's you and a few other rehabbers
Correct.
in Kentucky, and people drive hours
They do.
to get to you guys to get in, and God love them for doing that, because you're a blessing to be doing what you do. But these people will get a wounded animal, a wild animal, and drive them 3.5, 4 hours.
What kind of animals are we
Absolutely.
talking about?
Everything.
Somebody drove a box turtle that had gotten run over by a lawnmower.
Yes.
They drove it 4 hours one way to us, and they were thrilled to even find somebody to help rescue it. He's doing awesome now. And so if it wasn't for that nice, kind-hearted rescuer, that turtle wouldn't be here.
And I saw that episode because his shell was open on the top because he got ran over by a lawnmower. So what they did, I think you took like auto
Oh, I
body.
saw this.
What do you call it? Damn it.
A car repair kit?
Yeah, car repair kit, fiberglass.
We can repair small cracks in shells with a fiberglass car repair kit. However, this particular turtle that I'm referring to, the hole was just way too big. So we had to treat it a little bit differently.
Let me ask you this: Are you married? And here's why I'm asking.
Sure.
What is your boyfriend? Well, because she's hot too. Because what does your boyfriend or your husband say when you start bringing home wild animals and saying, "Hey, here's a skunk and a possum, and I want to rehab it"?
I get asked that question a time or two.
Yeah.
So I am no longer buried because of my dedication to Second Chances Wildlife Center.
Oh, my
Dwight, that's
gosh.
great.
Wait for-
Thanks for bringing up a terrible subject.
That's okay. My skunks are cuter, so I'll just keep them.
Oh my
Good.
gosh!
Okay, so we were having a phone
Wait
conversation.
a minute. Why are these animals at the house?
No, we have a center that all the animals reside in. However, I have 3 animals or 4 animals that I have at my house right now because they need to bond with me. I need to learn their diet and their behavior before I can coach my animal care team on how to provide care for them.
And you got Arnie the armadillo in here. And back in December, I had to have a vasectomy, and my wife had to shave a certain part of my anatomy. And it's strikingly similar looking to Arnie the armadillo.
The baby armadillo.
Yeah,
Jeez.
okay.
He's obviously a male.
Yeah, he's a male. Yeah, he's a male. He's very cute though.
Let's talk about Second Chances Wildlife.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, you wind up getting a 23-acre spread.
Yes.
Out in Mount Washington.
Yes.
It needs a lot of work. And so you put some work into it because it's got a house on it. And you're getting it where you can have an education center. You can bring children with the classroom. And bam, you find out that the septic's bad.
Yes, that was really crappy to find that out.
Oh, hey, you belong on this show.
Yeah.
What?
So how do we go about getting your all septic fixed?
We need to raise $20,000.
Aye.
Okay.
It's most
Aye, aye,
unfortunate.
aye.
You know, starting the education building, I have a certain amount of money. I upped that amount just a little bit, have a little bit of cush, and we have spent that due to extensive termite damage. We had to replace water lines. So our extra monies are gone, so we do need to raise $20,000 in order to put these septic systems in. So when classes visit, the children actually can have bathrooms to use.
Place to take a bathroom break.
Absolutely.
Do we have a GoFundMe page, or what do we got going on?
I have a PayPal and a Razoo right on our website.
Okay. all right.
Okay, and I will tell you this. There's something coming up that's pretty cool, and it's in October. It's called Bourbon and Bats.
Yes.
And my wife and I, we love our bats. We have bats in our backyard,
That's
and
awesome.
it's my favorite thing. I wish...
Wait a
if
minute.
there's-
What are we talking about?
Bats will eat, I think, 2 times their weight in mosquitoes or something crazy like
How
that.
do you know they're bats?
Because you tell bats. You
You can tell that they're bats?
Oh, yeah, they're bats.
With the naked eye, you're looking in the sky and going, that's a bat.
It's because they come down in our yard and they're constantly swooping in our back. One almost hit me the
Is
other
that,
night.
you think that's true?
I do. You can tell
Yeah.
bats flying around.
Absolutely.
Molly, do you think any of that is true?
All of it.
Yeah.
All of she's just saying no.
Tony-
Do you think that he's got bats in his backyard?
Yeah.
Tony, I'm telling you, come over any night. Come over tonight.
Okay.
And you'll see them swooping down and getting mosquitoes. Because I almost got hit by one last night taking Lemmy out.
Aren't they? Couldn't they just be birds or swallows or whatever?
No. These are bats.
Okay, all
These
right.
are bats, but I love my bats, and I wish we could relocate them. But you were saying that people will want to kill possums sometime just because they're possums.
Well, they look mean and they have red eyes and they look like they're going to eat your throat out. Yes, or pull your
They
eyeball
don't
out with
have
their
red
little
eyes,
hands.
but they might reflect that way if you shine
Okay.
a light on them.
All right.
Yeah. but
And they're the most gentle of all the animals that come in to be rescued, believe it or not.
Are you serious?
Yes, absolutely.
Who's the meanest?
I would say the most intimidating animal to work with is an older raccoon.
Yeah.
I could see that. But possums actually have a huge benefit.
Absolutely they
Because
do.
explain about that.
They eat thousands and thousands of ticks each year. So it's helping keep us a little bit healthier because ticks can carry diseases. You know, no one wants Lyme disease. They also eat rotten fruit. They eat roaches. They eat mice. They just eat a lot of things that we don't want around.
Well, most people will tell you, at least this is what I've heard, if you find an injured raccoon, you should probably just do them in, right? I mean, we're taking them to you now? Is that what we're doing? Or
It depends. When someone calls me, I ask them a series of questions, and I can identify if it's one certain type of thing that we generally do not take in distemper raccoons because we do not want to put any of our other animals at harm that have not been vaccinated yet.
right.
If it had just been nicked by a car, most of the animals that come to us are little orphan babies. So absolutely, we will take those.
Look, I got sidetracked because I started talking about how much I love my bats. Tell us about Bourbon and Bats. It's going to be in October.
Yes. So this will be an adult only.
I love it already.
Yes, we will have bourbon.
Yes.
We will have live
That
bats
means
there.
Molly
We
and
will
I
have
are out.
I might make her work the door.
Yeah.
Do I get paid?
$2.
So
This is at Waldeck Mansion
Okay.
in Crestwood, and we will have it catered. We'll have live music there. It'll be a really good time. Silent auction, live auction, and just a way to bring awareness to conservation and have a wonderful night.
Let's talk about your television show because there's a television show that you guys are on called Bandit Patrol. It's on National Geographic Channel.
That's a pretty serious channel.
Yeah, well, it's a great show. Did they approach you, or did you approach? How does that come about to even? How did that come about?
They did approach me. They
Okay.
called me and asked if I would be interested, if I would consider it. We did a phone interview. We did a Skype interview. The day we did a Skype interview, I did have an allergic reaction. They didn't realize that I was sitting there with frozen peas all over. And they came to visit. They liked the facility. They like what we do. And camera guys, the producers, everybody really in the network was wonderful to work with.
Aren't you making money off those guys?
National Geographic.
Yeah.
They paid a very, very nominal amount.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man. It's the same misconception people have about when you go out and you're on radio. Hey, Mr. Radio Guy, you got the
Right.
tab. Wait, what? I'm not getting paid.
It's a pretty serious channel.
It
I
is
mean,
a
they-
pretty serious
Yeah.
channel. The two people that lived here from about March until October, one had just finished shooting Hoarders.
Oh, yes.
I always felt like my house was clean. It didn't matter.
my gosh.
and then the other guy, Zach, did Deadliest Catch.
You know what I like more? I love hoarders, but even more than that, there's one where they're extra fat, and it's like they're 600 pounds and hoarding. I forgot what that's called, but any train wreck show.
Pretty sure it's not a show.
No, it is a show because whenever I'm lucky enough to find it, we're locked in. But I was talking about you coming in earlier. And a listener called and said, "Hey, don't touch the armadillo; you'll get leprosy." Is that even a thing? Is that even a thing?
Well, people get scared of certain diseases
Yeah.
that wildlife potentially can carry. That's the same lines. Most people think that every bat has rabies. That's not true. Only less than 0.5% have them, and they're not even carriers of rabies. If they get rabies, they die from rabies.
Really?
You're more likely to get rabies from a cat or dog. Leprosy, it's the only known mammal besides humans to be able to get the disease, but that doesn't mean that they all have it and are giving it to us. And along those same lines, 95% of humans are immune to it.
So, how did you come about getting Arnie the armadillo?
Arnie was a little orphan. He came in with 3 of his siblings. Armadillos always have 4 identical babies, either 4 males
Really?
or 4
Really?
females. Yep. So he came in with his 4 brothers, and they were all doing great. They were being little animal armadillos, but
Yeah.
Arnie did not eat food unless the other rehabber that he came from was sitting next to him. He only wanted to be around people
No
instead
way.
of
Oh,
his siblings.
right.
So she was a little worried about releasing him back into the wild, and at the same time, she knew that I would love an armadillo for education programs.
What's don't you get attached?
Wait a minute.
to
So
these
what
animals?
happens to this one?
He will stay forever with us, and he will go to schools and libraries and scouts to
'Cause he
educate
likes people.
Absolutely.
So that probably saved his life.
Yes. Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, this is a
of course.
plan of this little guy's.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
The rest of them are out foraging and carrying
That's
leaves.
right. Might
and,
get eaten.
asking the cricket, "Hey, where are the acorns?" and stuff like that. Not him.
They were, matter of fact, the other 3 were ridiculing this one
That's
for
right.
the longest time, and then they all sat around for one moment and went, "Oh,
What do armadillos eat?
Well, right now,
people."
Armadillo
insects. They will eat insects,
Okay.
but right now he's eating a mixture of baby formula with some other things in it, as well as a moist dog food that I have to chop up really small.
Now they
Okay.
have armadillo races at the Kentucky State Fair. Any chance he goes out there and wins that race?
Oh, he would.
Okay, all right, okay,
He would win, but
Okay.
we won't put him in the race.
okay, all right. Okay.
The name of the show is Bandit Patrol. The name of the organization is Second Chances Wildlife. And I want to thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you both, and
All
look
right.
forward to bringing another animal on here sometime.
Bridget
Bridget and
and
Molly. Molly,
The
I got.
junior at Sacred
Bridget,
Heart.
not so much.
All right, thank you for coming in. We'll see this video up in a couple of days here on your
Yep.
Facebook page. Sit tight right here on News Radio 840 WHAS.